Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local News for Monday, December 22nd, 2025. A person was killed in a fatal collision on Old Woman Springs Road this weekend. On Friday at around 1:30 p.m., a fatal collision was reported on State Route 247, known locally as Old Woman Springs Road, near Maquiska Boulevard in the Landers area. Preliminary information released by the California Highway Patrol indicates that they and San Bernardino County Fire responded to the collision and that the victim was pronounced dead at the scene. The CHP did not respond to questions about the collision. We will update this story when they do. The name of the deceased has not yet been released, pending notification to their next of kin. It is unknown if any arrests were made. Stay tuned for updates. A man out on bail for drugs and weapons charges was allegedly found with an unserialized handgun during a traffic stop. On Wednesday at around 3:30 p.m., San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies conducted a traffic stop near the intersection of 29 Palms Highway and Kickapoo Trail in Yucca Valley. Deputies say they saw a child inside of the vehicle that was not secured into a car seat. Deputies identified the driver as James Gagnon, 47, who is a convicted felon. Deputies say that Gagnon was found to be in possession of a rifle and an unserialized handgun, also known as a ghost gun. Gagnon, who was out on bail from a previous weapons-related arrest, was taken into custody. This is the third time Gagnon has been arrested for investigation into weapons charges since November. He was arrested in Yucca Valley on November 12th as part of the Sheriff's Department's Operation Consequences. He was arrested in Yucca Valley on November 27th during a traffic stop in which he and the driver were taken into custody for investigation into weapons and drugs charges. James Gagnon was arrested on suspicion of being a felon in possession of a weapon and is being held at the West Valley Detention Center without bail. The Morongo Unified School District is forming an enrollment committee to review current and projected student enrollment data, staffing needs, and resource sharing across the district. Reporter Gabriel Hart takes a closer look at this development.
Because MUSD is one of the many California school districts experiencing enrollment decline, the Board of Education has found it necessary to evaluate how to best sustain and expand programs and services to the district's students. After hiring a consultant group this fall to guide these discussions, the board is now forming an enrollment committee to provide community representation and consistent input throughout the process. The committee will meet throughout the spring to review enrollment and facilities data and to develop recommendations for the Board of Education. These recommendations may include potential facility upgrades, school consolidations, or large-scale program adjustments. If, at a later date, the district identifies property to be in surplus, the committee would be tasked with making recommendations for its potential use, ensuring community input remains central to the decision-making process. MUSD Public Information Officer Janae Estrada says, quote, "Because MUSD is a uniquely vast and diverse district, our approach will not mirror that of other communities because we face distinct challenges, from transportation and communication needs to the wide range of natural disasters that can affect different parts of the basin. These unique factors make community engagement essential to understanding the potential impacts of any proposed changes and ensuring the district's path forward reflects the needs and values of those we serve," unquote. Community members interested in serving on the enrollment committee are encouraged to apply. For an application link, please visit this story at Z107.7 FM.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Gabriel Hart.
And finally, Theater 29 springs into the new year and into the future as they open the sci-fi play Marjorie Prime at the same time the show makes its Broadway debut, beginning January 16th. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas shares the casting details of this tale of love, loss, and artificial intelligence.
A new unique play that just opened on Broadway in November to rave reviews is coming to the Theater 29 stage. Pulitzer Prize finalist Jordan Harrison reinvents the family drama in his richly spare, wryly funny, and powerful Marjorie Prime, a heart-achingly beautiful rumination on aging and artificial intelligence, memory and mortality, and love and legacy. Marjorie Prime examines the blurred line between a life lived and a life remembered. Directed by Eddie Tucker, Marjorie Prime features a cast of seasoned local favorites: Wendy Cohen as as Marjorie, Kevin Hales as Walter, Sherry Ann Greer plays Tess, and Kurt Schopner is John. The January 16th opening night gala will be hosted by the 29 Palms Kiwanis Club. Tickets for the opening night only are available from any Kiwanis Club member. The remaining run will play weekends through February 1st. Tickets are available at theater29.org. Marjorie Prime at Theater 29 is proudly supported by a grant from Visit 29. For more information about attractions in 29 Palms and to book lodgings, go to visit29.org. Reporting for Z107.7, this is arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.